Good afternoon and welcome to Small Time TV. My name's Katie Wighton and I am thrilled to be your host this afternoon. Before we kick things off, I just want to acknowledge the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation, who are the custodians of the land which we meet on today. And I'd like to pay my respects to elders past, present and emerging, and also make a special mention to any of our First Australians who are watching on the live stream around the world. This is a very lovely afternoon of music we've got in store for you. I have the fabulous Nick Martin, aka Lasmar, to thrill you with some of his brilliance. And I know that I'd said that we'd get straight into it, but there's so many wonderful things happening behind us. There's a drum kit, there's some triggering things happening, there's track. Nick, can you just give us like 30 seconds less of what you're about to do so that we know what you're doing?
I'll try and keep it under 30 seconds. So we've got laptop, basically.
Great.
After the drums, probably the most important instrument I own.
Yep.
So I have tracks that I'm running through, a program that anyone who makes music these days knows. Really, it's called Ableton.
Fantastic.
And I can route the audio from there out to James upstairs, who's doing the sound.
Hi, James.
Thanks, James. And then I can route a different thing to my cool little earbuds I've got in, so that I can hear certain things that you can't. Yes,
Fantastic.
Little tips and tricks, and a
wow.
little click track to help me.
Is it just someone in your ear going, "You're great, you look beautiful"?
Yeah. It's just recordings of myself, reassuring myself.
Great.
Yeah, and then I have a little this device here. It's called a launch pad, and it's just so I can stop and play and change tracks without having to stuff around on the computer.
Cool.
Basically.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for that, Nick. I won't make you reveal too much of what else is behind the curtain, but take it away.
Thank you. There we go. This is a song called Sif Riby. It's my newest single. Known to see something I might have said, something I would not do. I took you back to your heart, I lie at your door. When I cannot see, you turn gray and cold. 'Cause there's something I said out there, something I would not change, something I must do. It's a mercy for people for playing the game. And I'll be nothing if it don't stop. Feel that when it's dark, better wait for the time for a change. That could be climbing up your wall. I could be crawling on your floor. That could be to be around just the same.
Wow.
Cool.
There's people clapping here. There's some weird thing about this thing. No one gets to clap. I really want to clap, but I don't want to upset the microphones.
No, let's
That
not
was
do that.
incredible, Nick. Wow. There's some drummers in the room at the moment, and I'm sure that they are all losing their minds. I can barely keep a basic rock beat, and I feel like you're playing like 6 different time signatures at once
So
sometimes.
giving it a go, yeah.
That's amazing. Wow. So cool.
Thanks, Kate.
So that was your latest single,
Yeah.
Sif Riby.
Sif Riby, yeah.
Can you tell us, I mean, I was kind of reading some of the stuff that you sent through and listening to some of it, and it's incredible music.
Thank you.
And now I'm probably going to get this wrong, but it's kind of influenced by Gnawa
Yeah.
music. Is North Africa kind of
Yeah,
world?
it's like Morocco and Algeria are the main
Right.
places you hear that music.
Amazing.
Yeah, and I was lucky enough to, last year, I headed off to Morocco to a small town called Essaouira, where they have a gathering every year where people come from all over the Sahara Desert to come and play this music and listen to this music. And it's like 5 days of non-stop of
That.
Gnawa. Yeah, which it's amazing music. It's very trance-like, it's very beautiful.
Yeah.
And a lot of it's very devotional as well. You know, it's kind of got one
Spiritual.
foot in religious music and one foot in like secular kind of music, I guess. But yeah, you can tell that it's really sacred to a lot of people, and it has a beautiful effect on you when you listen to it, especially for 5 days non-stop. It's you leave a different person basically.
There's something quite meditative about it, even from the. I'm assuming that it's not all exactly like your music.
I sort of I run it through the meat grinder of my own imagination, but yeah, and I've got a lot of other influences going on in that, but yeah, the basic rhythm of it is influenced by Gnawa.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
And so tell us about the single.
So, well, it's the first single off of my new record, which will be out sometime in the middle of this year. Yeah, that's it. I've got a new record, some new sounds, some new things I'm playing with, and that's just the first thing that I've decided to set free into the world and
Cool.
show to people, and yeah.
Fantastic.
That's,
Did I mishear the lyrics, or were they "I lay down at your door"?
Yeah, look, the lyrics are I don't know what they're about personally. For me, lyrics are just, I like the idea of it's just little vignettes. It's little things that can have images and little meanings in little units, in bite-sized chunks. But overall, there isn't really a theme lyrically. I do write songs that have a clear lyrical theme, but this one's more just little bits. Yeah, it's like, I lay down at your door. I think that's what I say, yeah. I could be opening your door. It's more creepy.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
It's not,
Love it.
Not lovely. Creepy.
And in terms of, I feel like there are so many musical influences going on, and I think like as humans, we go through our lives and have these experiences that take you maybe in some strange directions, and then somehow you look back and you go, oh, I'm here because of all of those kind of markers, I guess, in your life.
Yeah.
And how did you start music? Was it guitar? Was it drums? Was it singing?
Well, drums is my first thing that I took seriously as an instrument. Yeah, I mean, I've been a music fan since I was, a baby,
Yeah.
basically, as long as I can remember. And I saw, actually, the thing that got me starting playing drums was, Stomp? Have you heard of that
Yeah.
show? It's like, yeah. So I saw Stomp when I was like 7 years old, and it blew my mind. And ever since then, since that day, I went home and I was literally one of those kids with the pots and the pans and, banging knives and forks on the table, and all my siblings telling me to shut up. From age 7, it just happened like that. And so I didn't actually get to play a drum kit till I was about 12 or 13, but I've been obsessed ever since.
Wow, that's so cool.
Yeah.
And you have a lot of guitars in your track as well.
Yeah, well, guitars is something I just picked up over the years. I borrowed instruments. I have a lot of great musical friends, and this is a great town for music, Melbourne. There's just great musicians everywhere, and all of them, the ones I know at least, have gear they don't use all the time. So it's like, hey, are you using that guitar right now? It's like, what about that keyboard? So I basically borrowed things and learned to play just from borrowed bits of gear.
Cool.
Same with recording. I just borrowed some microphones and learned to put them in places that I thought captured a sound well. It's just like a slow, fun process. A lot of hours alone. I'll put it that way.
Absolutely. Well, we might hear a couple more
Sure.
tracks from you if you don't mind. What are
love
we
to.
going to be privy to next?
Let me just consult the Oracle / my laptop. What do I got? So I'll play another song actually off the album.
The sophomore record.
Yeah, there's a sophomore record. That's right. But before I do that, I'll play one off the debut record. So this next song is called Synchronise, and it's from my record that I put out a couple of years back, 2016, I think.
Great.
And then we'll get back up to date.
Fantastic.
To close.
Can't wait.
Thank you.
Fire in the waterfall, reach through the overgrown, real view and no learning is ever shown. Here and you and be given the future's goal. Teach to your mind what your body knows. Keep in view of history's ghost. It's been with you and now it must be on. We breathe, unfold, unfold, unfold. Sing, cry, night. Forever is the moment now. See through the fire and the waterfall. Keep in view of history's ghost. everybody knows. Teach it to your mind. Teach it to your mind. Synchronize. Synchronize.
Thank you. All right, I got one more song. This is off the sophomore album, yet to be released, but you can hear it. It's on Bandcamp. It's on all the things. If you check me out online, you'll find it. It's called Something That I Know.
know. Didn't wanna show. Something that I know. Said I up to close the door. Never gonna tell anyone at all. The sun's close to my chest. I know that's best if I know who's coming with me. Put my mind at the test, just might find it's getting kinda scary. It's over this time right before it started. And even now we don't know it. We don't know it, yeah. Something I know. And we never gonna tell before it started. Try, hold it, try, hold it, try, hold it, try, hold it, try.
Thanks.
Wow. We're in a soundproof studio, so no one can hear the clapping, but
I can see it. It looks good.
good.
Thank you,
Okay,
everyone.
good.
Hope you enjoyed.
Incredible, Nick. Really amazing. I feel like, you know, on the radio where they play that Guess That Sound game?
Yeah.
I feel like some of your samples would be really good examples of that. What are some of the things that you sample in that track?
Excellent. I actually record everything.
Wow.
Yeah,
I guess,
so-
I mean, yeah, that's what I mean. Like, 'cause
Yeah.
there's-
Oh.
you know, what sort of things do you record?
Like lots of guitars and keyboards, little like synths, and
Cool.
have that one's got I borrowed a lap steel guitar off
Ah,
a friend and
that's
sort
what
of
that was.
messed around with that for a while, and
Cool.
and yeah, I own a couple of sort of crumbling 80s synthesizers that most days they work, so you take advantage of those days and record them, and but it's all instruments that I record, and
Cool.
yeah, sometimes I use samples that already exist, but mostly I like it's kind of like difference between going to the supermarket and buying a dessert or like baking your own cake. I like to bake my own cake, not in real life with music. I bake my own music.
I can get behind that analogy. That's
Thanks.
great. Your music is pretty niche and pretty kind of special. I mean, I think every musician would like to think their music is special, but this has kind of got a very unique flavour. In terms of idols and people that kind of inspire you, is it difficult to find, people to be inspired by with such an eclectic sound?
No, I have a lot of things that inspired me to do what I do. There's a lot of people I basically feel like I'm trying to copy aspects of what they've done.
Yeah.
They do say that good artists borrow and great ones steal. I steal, well, saying I'm a great artist. I pilfer what I can, and I feel like in terms of influences, things that I've listened to a lot that I've always just thought I just want to arrange sound the way that they have. I guess Cornelius is a big influence for me. and like Fela Kuti, you know. So it's like a real mixed bag of things that are old, things that are new, things that are electronic, things that are totally acoustic, things that are funky, things that are sad and downbeat. You know, a lot of different influences. But I say they're some big ones. And I mean, there's heaps of great bands in Australia that I love and.
Yeah.
You know, currently.
How does that go in Australia? I mean, we have such a small, really, relatively speaking, we have such a small, sort of narrow musical taste, I guess, compared to somewhere like Europe or, you know, some of non-Western places in the world. How does that go with touring and how do you make that work?
Well, to be honest, I just generally don't play that much because. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to figure out where to go with this. You know, I've been playing music a long time. I've played in a lot of people's projects. I've been a professional drummer for half of my life now. But in terms of my own music and, what to do with my weird little baby that I love, I don't know, really.
Baby.
My weird little baby, you know. One of those babies you always say, oh, it's really cute, but you don't think that. Yeah.
I think your baby is really lovely.
You think my baby's
You've got
cute?
a good baby. Don't worry.
To be honest, I'm trying to figure out where to go or where I might be able to find an audience. Yeah, there is an audience here. It's just small, and it's basically my friends and my parents. So far.
And so in terms of
these things.
Do you have I mean, I feel disingenuous saying this when I know the answer, but do you have a day job?
Yes, I do have a day job.
And what is that day job? I feel like this is going to be an interesting conversation.
I'm basically the musical director of a circus company. So I get to travel and play music while there's 10 acrobats on stage doing backflips and stuff.
Can you do a backflip?
I'm working on it.
Okay.
I can do a pretty good handstand. That's what I've got so far. And my round off is apparently quite good.
Really? That's
So
actually,
I've been
I feel like
told.
that's harder than a cartwheel.
You know, it is. It's like a cartwheel with a bit more oomph and
With
a bit
of
scarier.
flair. Wow. So what's that been like? I feel like watching you play is kind of, you've got a bit of performance art in there.
Yeah.
Is that an influence?
Well, yeah, I mean, circus hasn't been an influence for me. I mean, it has in the last year, now that I work for one. But, I mean, I've always seen theatre of certain types, I guess. And, you know, circus ain't what it used to be. There's no more animals and...
Yeah.
The music doesn't sound like that anymore.
It sounds more like this.
It sounds more like this. Honestly, it does. Yeah.
Oh, thank you so
Yeah.
much, Nick. This has been such a pleasure.
Thanks.
We've been chatting to Lasmar and you've been watching Small Time TV. My name's Katie Wighton and tune in later for Tommy Sloan and Lucy Waldron.